Hi, in this video, we will discuss about the conditional statements in Java programming. Conditional statements execute one or set of statements based on a given condition exactly only once. There are four types of conditional statements in Java. One is simple if, else if, and nested else if, the switch case statements. And conditional operator is also there. Simple if statements here, which is taking the boolean expression. That means it will take the relational operation like a less than b or a greater than b or a equal to b or a not equal to b or a less than a less than or equal to b or a greater than or equal to b. So these are the operations can be used inside the if condition, in the boolean expression. So here this will give you the result as true or false. Okay, so this is boolean value. So that's what we are saying here, boolean expression. If the boolean expression becomes true, then this block will execute. Otherwise this block will not execute. In the if statements directly, other statements will execute. In the flowchart we can express this. So when the control enter into the boolean expression, if boolean expression becomes true, then the statements which are given inside the curly braces will execute. That is called statement block. Otherwise, if it is false, then this block will not execute, directly comes to the other statements for execution. For example, here the class sample test is created. Then inside the class we are creating the main method. String of arguments are passing over here, and two variables with integer data type we are declaring. A is having the 4 and b is having the value 20. Here we are using the if condition, and inside the if condition we are using the boolean expression. That means a relational operation a less than b. So here a is 4 less than 20, so it is true. So since it is true, this block will execute. So block starts here, then which is having only single statement, and block ends here. So the single statement is executing there because the block is giving you the value true. So the output will be this. This is simple if statement which is given over there. So simple if statements can be used wherever we are required in the Java programming. And the next one is if else statement. Here this is a extension of a simple if statement. Syntax is given over here. If the boolean expression like what we have seen in the previous slide, like a less than b or a less than or equal to b or a greater than b, etc. And if this boolean expression returns true, then the true block will execute. Otherwise, else the false block will execute. That means if the boolean expression returns false, then true block will not execute, false block will come into the execution. So this can be expressed in the flow chart. Here the boolean expression is given over here. If it returns true, then the true block will execute. This true block statements can have n number of statements, single statement or two statements or 10 number of statements. Any number of statements can be written inside the true block. If this boolean expression becomes false, for example, here a is 4 and b is 10, we are giving like a greater than b. So here a greater than b means our value will become here 4 greater than 10, so it becomes false. If it is false, then the true block will not execute, the false block statements will execute. Once the false block executed, then it will come out of the curly braces. Other statements will execute after this block execution. So that's what given over here. Once the true block or false block based upon the condition is executed. After that, next statement will execute. For example, here the sample test class is created, and the inside the main method we are creating number of statements. Here we are using the user input, so user can give the input by using the scanner class. So for that you have to import the java package, import java dot util dot star. Okay, so scanner class is available inside the util package. So here we are getting the scanner class, which is creating the object sin. Then using this object sin, we are getting the integer input. So here the integer input which is assigned to the variable age. So once the age is getting, then we are comparing. If age is greater than 40, then here we are giving the statement system dot out dot println is the output statement. We are giving the eligible to covid vaccinate, else otherwise then he is not eligible to covid vaccinate. So here if else statement is giving either or choice. This is true block and this one is false block. Okay, so here when you are giving the input, so input I am giving the 35 by based upon the scanner class I am using here to get the input for this program. 35 is given as the input, so 35 is the age. So 35 after getting over here, then we are comparing here 35 greater than 40, it is false. So the false block is executed, so which is having the statement not eligible to covid vaccinate. So wherever we need to execute the condition like either or choice, then we can go with the if else statements. And there is nested if else statements are there. Another name is cascading if else. Here we are giving the if statement, then condition is given, that is the boolean expression, then which is returning the true block. Then here we can have any number of statements. And else if, okay, here also you can give else if, right? Then you can have some statements. Then again else if condition is given here, right? Based upon the condition, either true block will execute or false block will execute. So in the last else, the default statement will be there, right? So if all the conditions are false, okay, if all the conditions are false, then the last else block will execute. Otherwise, if any one condition is true, its corresponding true block will execute. For example, here a is 10, b is 5, right? Again c is 2, like that. If it is there, then here a equal to a less than b. So here this condition is false. Okay, likewise here we are giving b less than c. So here a less than b means here 10 less than 5, so it is false. Once false, then this block will come into the execution. Then again it is checking b less than c, 5 less than 2, so it is also false. Once it is false, then this condition will come into the picture, it will not execute, right? This block will not execute. Then here we are checking uh, c greater than a. So here we are checking c greater than a is 2 greater than 10. Again it is false. So since it is false, this true block will not execute, then false block will come. So here whatever statements we are having, it will execute at the end of the thing based upon these conditions. So if all the if blocks are false, then only this else block will execute. Otherwise, if any one of the statement becomes true, okay, in the if conditions, then the true block will execute. So based upon this, we can draw the flow chart. First, the if condition we are writing here. For example, a less than b, this condition becomes false, so this will not execute true block, its true block will not execute the false block, this is executing if else condition, right? Then here we are using b less than c, so here also here b less than c is 5 less than 2, so this is also false, so its true block will not execute, false block will execute. So here again we are having the condition as per this statement, c less than a, c is here 2 less than 10, so this is true, right? C less than a is true. If it is true, then this block will not execute false block, true block will execute. So after true block will execute, then come to the next statement values. Otherwise, one more thing, as per our previous consideration, here c greater than a. So in this place, if c greater than a, then 2 greater than 10, it becomes false. Once it is false, this true block will not execute, false block will execute. After false block will execute, then it will come to the next statement. So based upon the conditions, any one of the block will execute in the nested if statements. Here the cascade test class is created, then main method, here the command line arguments are passing as a string data type, then I am getting the user defined user input from by using the scanner class. Here sin is the object we are created using the scanner class, then that using that sin I am getting the input value, that input is integer assigned to the variable month. If month equal to 12 or month equal to 1 or month equal to 2, so any one of it is true, okay, any one is true, then this line will execute, right? Otherwise, if it is false, if it is false, then this else if will come into the picture. So here month equal to true, month or month equal to 4 or month equal to 5, if it is true, anyone is true, then this condition will become true. If it is true, this block will execute. Or if it is false, okay, if it is false, then this else if condition will come into the execution. Then month equal to 6 or month equal to 7 or month equal to 8, if it is true, then this true block will execute, summer is the statement which is displaying. Otherwise, then here if it is false, then false block will execute, that is the this else if statement will come, right? Here month equal to 9, month equal to 10, or month equal to 11, if it is true, then this true block will execute, the statement will be autumn. But if it is false, then the next else statement will come into the execution, so we will give invalid month. Okay, so this is the output. So based upon that, here we are going to get the input as a next integer. So here next integer I am getting the input is 12, so 12 when you are getting, you will get the output as, so here our input is 12. If it is 12, you look at here 12 in this condition 12 is true, okay. Once it is true, the winter will execute, all are false, it is okay. So here this will not execute because the true block is executed only once as per the statements, okay. As per the condition, the conditional statements execute one, or set of statements will execute exactly once. So based upon this, it is executed only once, right? This is about the cascading if statements. So here suppose if we are giving the input is invalid, for example, here if you are giving a invalid value, instead of 1 to 12, if you are giving 13, then you will get invalid month. Then if you give correct value, for example 12, you will get the winter is a output for this program. So based upon this, we can check the condition by using the nested if else statement. Thanks for watching.